Yes, come in.
Your dinner, sir?
Well, now.
Be anything else, sir?
No, thank you, Liz. This looks fine. Yes?
Excuse me. Oh, sorry to bother you, sir. Callan, sir. Any idea how long he'll be?
1961. Best year for Burgundy since the war. You will...
No, thank you, sir. Callan, sir. Any idea how long he might be?
An hour or so yet, I should
An hour? Well, that's cutting it just a touch fine, isn't it, sir? I mean, suppose the professor comes back early.
He won't. He's been invited to spend the night at Burton Lodge.
Burton Lodge. Isn't that Sir Charles Braden's place, sir?
Yes. They'll be talking scientific shop all night, I imagine.
Does Sir Charles know what's going on, sir?
Not exactly.
He's in for a nasty surprise, isn't he?
Yes. Now, if you don't mind me, yes.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Liz has excelled herself this time.
Not Liz, actually, sir. Dial Banquet. What exactly is the professor offering them, sir?
A new radar network. The only one in the world that's capable of detecting a low-level attack. He's been one of the team for 5 years.
Well, they'll pay well for that.
Not to Rose. He's an idealist. He wrote a book called The Deadly Slave. Harness technology to feed the starving millions, all that stuff.
And his contact, sir?
A Dutch publisher named Amstel. They met at a book fair in The Hague 6 months ago. Amstel's the one on the left, appropriately enough.
His name's not Amstel, sir.
Exactly. No problems?
No.
Not too clever of him.
Oh, come on. He's not an agent, is he? He's a scientist.
Yes, well, this is fine. You look somewhat jaded.
Well, I've been up most of the night.
It's your age, old boy.
Well, take tomorrow off. Relax.
A whole day?
Give me a chance to evaluate these.
I thought you were being careful with my welfare.
Professor Rose? Well, if we were to pass this information on, there's no doubt whatsoever the Russians could duplicate the entire network within 3 months.
Exactly.
There are other documents, of course, but... Well, it looks as if the professor is a sitting duck. We'd better bring him in before the others get to him.
I intend leaving him for a while, with your permission, Sir Charles.
Is that wise, Hunter? If this were to fall into unauthorized hands, you do realize, of course, I would have to deny this conversation ever took place.
Oh, yes, I understand, of course. But we can't substitute the document. Rose would know. And this is our only chance of getting the carrier.
Is it worth risking your neck for the sake of a mere pawn? To say nothing of 5 years of research and a vital security document.
Oh, I think I know who they'll send. He's no pawn.
Well, on your head be it, Hunter. Pity about Rose, though. You know, apart from his work for the ministry, he's engaged on preparing a paper on the application of certain nuclear principles to surgical techniques. What a waste. Of course, there's no question of his having access to classified information anymore, but I suppose you will have to remove him.
If you want any secrets left in your ministry, ultimately, yes.
Just a thought.
Yeah, well, I'll bear in mind. Might be aware.
Well, that's your field, Hunter. I've said nothing. Good day.
Good day, Sir Charles.
Sir? From the telephone intercept. Professor Rose has reported a break-in at his house to the local police.
Damn.
What do you want me to do about the police, sir? Warn them off?
No. As long as they don't find the intercept, we may not have lost too much. Lord save me from meddling policemen.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is a real pleasure. It's been too long. Can I offer you something?
Thank you, but no, a little early for me.
Well, how are things at the yard?
Much as usual.
I see Blakemere's retired. You must be in line for his seat.
One would like to think so, but we shall see.
Best of luck, of course. Was there anything in particular that brought you this way?
Oh, I thought it was long past time I dropped in. There was one little thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I had an old friend on the phone today, Inspector Vanston from Hampstead. He's come across a funny little break-in on his patch.
Really?
He thought we might have an interest in the area, but we haven't.
No?
No, it's a house belonging to a Professor Rose. He works at the center. Well, it crossed my mind that perhaps you?
Professor Rose, Hampstead. No, I don't.
Just a passing thought.
No, I'm certain we have no interest in that area at the moment, but let me check for you.
Yes, sir.
Find Mr. Callan for me, will you, Liz?
He is here now, sir.
Oh, good. Send him in.
Sorry to put you to this trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all. David, you know Chief Superintendent Brown, Special Branch, of course.
Sir?
He just asked me, we don't have any interest in a Professor Rose at a Hampstead address, do we?
I don't think so, sir. I'm certain we don't, sir, no.
Well, thank you, David. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
No, I quite understand. It's good of you to let me take your time.
Oh, always a pleasure.
Oh, good hunting.
You got all that, Liz?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Liz.
All right, I know what you're going to say.
Do you now?
You're quite right.
It's a refreshing change to have you agree with me about something. I suppose you think that absolves you from all blame.
No.
It may be quite clear how you're responsible for the actions of your odorous colleague.
I am going to tear his ears off.
I hope so. We don't enjoy the best of relationships with special branches, you know. They have their job, but we have
sir,
ours.
I know.
And I don't like having to ask them to bail my men out of police
bloody
stations.
like it myself.
Right. How'd you like this?
Tamarish? Grigory Tamarish and Professor Rose.
Yes. If I'm right, Tamara should be arriving any time now to make the pickup. A little bird tells me that Special Branch have an all-ports warning out for him.
Why?
Doubtless they have their reasons, but they won't be any help to us. For all we know, he may be here already.
Listen, Tamarish is one of their section leaders. Why should they send a section leader to a carrier's job?
I doubt if Rose would deal with anyone else. He thinks Tamarish is a Dutch publisher with business contacts on both sides.
Well, they could use dead letter boxes.
Oh, not for this. It's far too important. No, they'll send Tamarish.
Might be interesting if they do. Could be a pleasure meeting.
The last two that met him didn't find it a pleasure.
Yeah, but he was on his own ground then, wasn't he? Here he'll be more vulnerable.
And he knows it. He'll just be all the more dangerous. So now we know.
I don't like that bit about getting rid of them, sir.
I hope Special Branch know what they're doing.
It'll be the first time, sir.
I want Amstel, and I want him badly.
Naturally.
Now, look, Hunter, this is murder, a police case.
Yes, of course.
I thought Amstel was a harmless little go-between. Now, do you know who he really is and where I can find him?
Regretfully, no.
I have to put this bluntly, Hunter. If you had any interest in Amstel before he killed my officers, forget it.
I understand how you feel.
I'm putting 100 men on this case, and I'll see Amstel in the dock of the Old Bailey if it's the last thing I do, and no one is going to get in my way.
Bloody babes in the wood. I mean, whose bright idea was it to send two learners after a man like that?
Not mine.
Slaughter, not a gun between them.
Calm down, David. The damage is done. Anyway, it's not our responsibility. It's a Special Branch. Nothing to do with us. They take their risks just as we do.
I mean, they did know who they were after, didn't they? I mean, they didn't think they were just following some little red bookseller from Holland. You did tell them that he was a KGB executioner.
Actually, no. You're well aware we do not share information with Special Branch, nor they with us.
Oh, my God. Well, I hope you sleep well tonight. There are two people in the morgue, thanks to you.
You're being over-emotional again, David.
Well, that is something nobody could accuse you of, is it? Look, mate, I go out in the field and I meet them face to face. Not you. You sit there in that comfortable chair. You say one bloody word, some bastard dies 1,000 miles away. You say nothing, and two kids end up on a slab. That chair, that bloody chair!
You quite finished?
I've quite finished.
Right. Then eliminate Tamaris. He's due at Rose's house at 9 tonight. No mistakes, no mess.
No blood on the professor's carpet.
Nor on the professor. He is not to be touched.
I wasn't exactly planning a wholesale massacre.
I have something in mind for him. Might appeal to you. A kind of poetic justice.
Sit down, Professor.
Charlie,
Charlie speaking.
I'm at the salesman's house.
Successful purchase?
Yes, quite successful. As directed. 2 cans of meat to be collected here.
2?
Yeah, don't worry. Both the same brand.
Right, I'll send George. How's the salesman?
His first taste of a hard sell. I don't think he enjoyed it very much.
Well done. See you later.
You will. Rose did pretty well, didn't he? Could always go over, you know.
You weren't. The opposition will be under the impression he set up Tamaris for us to eliminate him.
Charming.
Well, we'll get as much work out of him as we can.
Till they kill him.
Every time he turns a corner, he'd be wondering if there's an executioner waiting for him. Wonder there will be. I wouldn't call that getting off light.
Poor bastard.
You feel sorry for him?
On balance, I feel more sorry for the coppers that were killed.
Oh, yes. That reminds me, David, you owe us £1.
What for?
Well, we thought we'd have a whip round. Might be rather a nice idea for the department to send a wreath.
Be anonymous, of course.
Of course.
I'll let Brown of Special Branch know who it's from, naturally. Good for interdepartmental relations.
Yes, yes. 1 whole pound. You really are all heart, aren't you?